On another ride today. This one's up through some of our local mountains here in Santa Cruz. On my last video I had just installed my new navigation Android screen here, and this is the first time out with my new navigation software. I'm using OnX, and I've plotted a route that has mostly on road route. The thing I liked about the OnX is, as I was trying to route my way through the mountains here, there's a lot of private roads and roads that don't go anywhere, and you're able to be ahead of the game by plotting out a route that lets you know which roads are accessible. One of the themes of the ride today are going to be cool names of roads. So we're currently on a road called Freedom Boulevard, which goes into the town of Freedom, coming up on our 250th birthday of the United States. I thought that was kind of cool. There'll be another road, which is the main reason I'm taking this route, because it has a cool name, and I think some of it's going to be dirt. Not positive. I may have been on it one time a long time ago on a mountain bike, but I am not positive. So another little venture out, just kind of testing out some of my new tech here. I'm going to take a little detour from the route, because there's another cool road I want to show you. Always like this little stretch here. This is going to drop us off in the little town of Corralitos. They've got a really good butcher shop. They've got little vineyards up on the mountains. It's coming up on 10 a.m. Nice foggy day in June. Pretty typical for this part of the coastline. I'm going to take a left up here and show you this little area of vineyards. It's also got kind of a cool street name. This is Pleasant Valley, and I think it lives up to its name. A little more traffic than I'm used to seeing in this neck of the woods. So this is Pleasant Valley. And I think there's a olive orchard up here also. More vineyard. This area actually does get more sun than a lot of areas. It's just a little bit off the fog layer. See down there. It's what I like about going up and back on the same road. You can get such a different perspective. See things you don't see on the way up. Looks like somebody slid off and hit a power pole, maybe. Yeah, there's the wire down. This is the little town of Corlitas I was talking about. Just gonna do a quick little loop around here. Pretty popular for the cyclists to come through here. That's the little Corlitas meat market. Next road we're going up is this one, Eureka Canyon. Another thing I like about this OnX software, or navigation software, I built the route on my phone. I usually like using a laptop for doing this kind of stuff, but it was really easy on the phone. You can just drop your finger on the road as you go and it'll draw the line. You can change the color of the route. You can change, like right now I've got it on this dotted line. But I also downloaded the offline maps for this area, which is pretty simple. You select what resolution you want. Of course, the finer the resolution, the smaller amount you download. I don't see any need to have any super high resolution for what I'm doing, so I think I selected medium for this area, and it gives you a good chunk of map. But what I'm noticing is when I'm out of service, my route is still going, but you lose the detail of the surrounding. I'm in like satellite view right now, but your route is just where you want it. The other thing is this is not doing a turn-by-turn navigation, so it's not always talking to you, and you can take a side route and it won't try to reroute you. You do have to pay attention to your screen a little bit to make sure you stay on route, but I'm not sure if my camera view will pick this up. I'm zoomed in fairly tight. You can zoom out more. This seems to be a pretty good balance. So my next road turn off up here is one I know I've never done it in this direction, so I'm really looking out for where the turn is. I think it's up here a couple of miles. This is really a great nice twisty road. What's our temperature? We're at 61 degrees, almost 62. Now 10 o'clock in the morning. There's a couple retreats up here. This road will tie into Highway 17 and then take you over into Silicon Valley, San Jose, all of that. We won't be doing any of that today. Oops. That was my turn. And my navigation found it. I just wasn't looking. I did think it was up the hill a little bit more. Ryder Road. One lane. Whee! This is the road I wanted to take. It is called Buzzard Lagoon. Oops, and it says it's closed ahead. Oh, October. How cool of a name is that? Buzzard Lagoon Road. Okay, we should be on this one for a little bit now. Like I say, I may have been on this years ago. I've done most of these roads through here. Little farm action there. Yeah, we are breaking through into the sun now. Looks like we got some apple trees and agave. Try zooming out a little bit here and give me a little more warning. See, if I was to come up here without navigation, I wouldn't have known where to go. Right there. More traffic than I expected. This might be where it turns to dirt up here. We'll see if we can get through or not. October 15th through April. I might have to lower my air pressure. Wow, somebody does live up here. That wouldn't be any fun in the wintertime. Well, I know for a fact I've never been on this road now, because I never would have done this on a mountain bike and not remember it. I'm going to air down my tires. This probably doesn't look steep on the camera, but it's got some steepness to it. You could see the ocean if it wasn't for the fog today. Redo my parameters. I wonder if I can. There's another nice mountain view. What do we got up there? Yeah, I'm definitely out of cell service now, but my track is still going. I think we're entering Forest of Nizene Marks. Okay, I stopped for a minute, took my mid layer off, put a little more air in the front tire. I think we got a couple more miles of dirt here. Yeah, I would not want to do this without some navigation aid. Looks like the other side of where they close the road during the winter time. Some nasty switchbacks here. I don't know what that sign said. I checked the elevation when I stopped there. It was only like 600 and something feet. I know the pass is about 1,800 feet. Might be dumping back onto the road here in a second, if I'm reading this map right. Yeah, Eureka Canyon, Buzzard Lagoon. Now I gotta put air back in my tires. This is not a great place.
Recording.
Okay, we're back on pavement again, if you can call this pavement. This is Highland. This one I've been on a bunch of times. It's 80 degrees compared to the 60 when we left the coast. a good lookout up here. One of these I know you can see the water. How's that for a view? Okay, now I'm on the little loop that should take me around Lexington Reservoir. Looks like they're doing some graveling and tarring. Great. Last time I went down here, they were doing massive tree work. Took forever. But we'll see what we get here. I did notice something, I'll have to confirm that it does that, but it seems like as you go faster, your field of view on the map gets bigger, and as you slow down, it zooms in again. That's pretty cool. You know, when I'm doing 20 miles an hour, I want it to be pretty zoomed in to see what's going on, but at 60 miles an hour, you don't have enough warning to do anything about a turn. 77 degrees. Looks like a beautiful day over here. Looks like I'm gonna go left according to my old Santa Cruz highway. Oh, that was just Mountain Charlie we were on. I was hoping to find that. Another great name. Mountain Charlie. That's our third great name of roads out this way. Hello, Mr. Doggy. You don't want to chase me. I do believe Mountain Charlie goes over the other way and drops into Scotts Valley. I've done that on the bicycle before. Call of the Wild Road. Is that a great name? Call of the Wild Road. That one I saw on the mapping, and it either dead ends or goes into private, so I didn't put it on my route. Holy City Road. Holy City was a community back in the, I'd have to research it. I don't know if it was the 60s or if it went way back to like the 20s. But there was a community up here called Holy City. That's the road to Holy City. Well, we reached Lexington Reservoir. Navigation hasn't failed me yet. I just saw some Canadian geese walking down the road. That was interesting. 81 degrees. Got my jacket unzipped. As I remember, this is a pretty good road. It's a pretty little lagoon. This is about where I got lost last time. I don't know where it went wrong, but I ended up this little tiny road. Plus they were doing tree work, couldn't get by, and it just kept getting smaller and smaller until finally the road just ended. And I had to come back all through the tree work and the closures, and oh, it was a mess. This is where I got lost. I went to the left. And it goes nowhere, but it takes a real long time to find that out. Okay, what are we gonna do here? Well, made a little change to my route. I had the option of just going down the main road back into Santa Cruz or going back the way I went. But I'm doing Bear Creek Road. I haven't been on this for a long time. So I thought I would see how it looks. This drops me, I think, down into the town of Felton, if I remember right. There's a couple of turkeys. This looks like a really old bridge. So we'll see how this goes. That's a sharp one. Holy cow. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow. That one was not only sharp, but steep. Bear Creek Redwoods. Okay, those cars got out of the way. That was nice. I don't ever really mind, but it is nice when they pull over. Be prepared to stop. Don't you think you should always be prepared to stop? That's just the way I see it. Boulder Creek to the left. With any luck at all, this should be Highway 9 at some point.
Recording.
This is the little town of Boulder Creek here, up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Boulder Creek Hardware. Imagine that. This little town of Brookdale's got a little hotel, Brookdale Lodge. They say it's haunted. I'm sure they're lots of information on the internet about it. Heard a couple bands play up there. It's a pretty cool little spot. This ride, it looks like it's about 1:30, coming back into the coastal breeze. Really enjoyed finding out some of those new roads I hadn't been on. That Buzzard Lagoon was quite the little adventure. You just haven't done much off-road on this motorcycle yet. It's a little heavy and definitely not what I'm used to in the dirt. A little challenging, but definitely a good thing. I'm glad I did it. It was nice going around Lexington Reservoir. That's such a nice drive. Super happy with how OnX, the software, works. Pretty easy to set up a route. Having the map data downloaded offline, I think, was really good. I'm not sure what would have happened if I didn't have it downloaded when I got into those areas. That it has its own GPS system, so it may have been okay. Didn't want to chance that. Still planning on going up back up to Carmel Valley Road and Tasahara up to the Oliver observation. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do that in the next month or so. But for now, I think I'll end this video. Hopefully I'll get out there again real soon.